Hey, this is Mike Gingerich with another Live with Mike. And one of the things that I want to talk to you about today is how websites that are doing well are adding advanced features to their site. And when I say doing well, I mean that means they're getting more traffic, they're getting more interaction, they're answering more questions, they're helping businesses take care of business problems, efficiencies, um, sales by doing more on the web. As people want to find things, they're going to the web more frequently. They're starting on Google, they're using their phones, and your website needs to be able to answer a lot more questions than it used to. And people are expecting more and greater things from your website. So today, I want to take a look at that by looking at a new library site. We've been doing a number of websites for libraries over the past year. It's been amazing how libraries are getting it and wanting to offer more advanced feature sets. So while you may not be a library, some of these tools can be applicable to other industries and businesses. And so let's just talk through a number of these and we'll get you thinking in the correct way. So taking a look at the Bremen, Indiana public library site has got a lot of new features to it. So number one, the first thing is an advanced search, not just a search, not just a bar up the top, but the ability to have to say, I want to search this area. I want to search the um, books in the library that are available. Boom, rather than just the website. Or I want to search events on the website, be able to search that. So an advanced search is giving them the ability to have some features to allow people to narrow things down, filter, and specify what kind of search results they're looking for. So, the more stuff you get in the site on your site, the more you want to give people power at their fingertips because you don't want people to be frustrated. They're not going to scroll and page through a lot of stuff. So you need to make it super dead simple for them to be able to put in a search query and find what they're looking for, in those top 3, 4 results. And so an advanced search can do that. The second thing that the Bremen Library added was an events um, manager. And so the ability to using the plugin, this is a WordPress site, and being able to use that type of events plugin, which is built just for this to display events easily, quickly. Title, event, times, locations, all that kinds of pieces of information, and assembles that in a great, smooth looking way that allows people. Do you want them to register for that? Yes, we can do those kind of things. Do you want them to be able to search events? Yes, we talked about that. You can do those kind of pieces there. Uh, they can see past events. It's all in the configuration how you want to set it up. So maybe you want to offer seminars, maybe you want to offer webinars, maybe you want to have events at your location. There's different kinds of events, categories of events, and you can do all of those. Showcase where you're going to be for trade shows, other events, all kinds of pieces of information, content to help people know what's going on, where they can find you. Okay. The next area is one that's of growing importance, and that's ADA compliance. Okay, making your site accessible to all people everywhere, and so obviously some people there are different disabilities that impact their ability to access a site. But with ADA accessibility, you're giving them access because it puts the site in reach of them, whether they're hearing impaired, visually impaired, the different things with light can bother them, whatever. An ADA solution can take care of that. We use one called Accessibility here, and actually on the Digital Health site, you can see this little icon here. So if I click that, it opens it up, and then that user would have the ability. It can speak to them, so it can read text on the page, can do all manner of things, and you can choose the settings that are going to be most helpful to you in the ADA compliance area. So I wanted to point that out that they've done that again because they're serving a community with a full range of people, and so they want to make it accessible to all. Using that is a smart move. The third thing here is genealogy access. And basically, for them, that's a custom need that they had, a genealogy database. And so we incorporated that custom piece in there. But for you, maybe it's not genealogy, but it's something else. But that's the key, is to take a look at what are your custom needs, something that you get a lot of demand for but could free up some of your team's time or people's times if that was made accessible online for people to do take care of that themselves, self-service. And so in this case it was genealogy access. In your case, it might be some type of other, ordering, configuration, prep work, submitting documents. I don't know what that is, but there's custom pieces that can be done that can save your business. So you have to think about it this way. Maybe there's a one-time cost to set up that custom feature that's needed for your business. But if that saves you, X amount of hours of your team time per week, per month, and you add those up over the course of a year and on, what is that savings to you? And is that worth it and valuable? I think in many cases it is. So you can take a look at moving things to the web that can save your team time. Finally, they added bilingual access there, again, recognizing that. People come to their site from their community, have their dominant primary language at home, maybe different than just English, and so they need to offer other options. And so they have done that with the Google integration of a language drop down on the site, which allows them to select their language. And while it may not be 100% perfect, it's going to be helpful so that someone can read in their own language and get a gist of what that English page is saying translated, versus just trying to decipher the English when that's not their primary language, giving them access, giving them ability to understand your information there. So, that's an example with this Bremen Public Library of a library serving a community and moving forward with doing a lot of positive things that can be helpful, all done on the web. Um, Again, mobile friendly, use it on your phone, and giving people access to better information, more information, and the personalization of information. With that advanced search, they can find exactly what they want quickly on a site. So you can apply this to a number of different industries, and giving people what they want, because people are what we're seeing is they're doing research online all the time on their phones ahead of time, and you want them to be able to get that information that they want from your site at that point in time, to then make contact with you, because many times coming to you, calling you is not the first point of contact. They've definitely had contact with you before. Typically that's on the web. What is your web presence doing for you in that regard? So that's the key today with the advanced features that you may want to consider for your website. Just like Bremen Public Library is doing, you can read about their site and get the access to go over and take a look at it on digitalhill.com, and taking a look at the title is Bremen Multifunctional Library Website Post. All right, this is Mike with Live with Mike. Over and out. Take care.